Hi everybody, and welcome to Let's Play Mysterium. This is a supernatural puzzle game where we have to solve mysteries. It looks like it's single player or online multiplayer with some different rules depending on what you're doing. I'd like to just go over how to play really fast. So the basics are Mysterium is a cooperative game about a murder mystery. Players play either as psychics or a ghost, and they have to solve a murder mystery in 8 turns. The role of psychics is to help the ghost reconstruct the events of his murder by guessing the correct sequence of character, location, object boards. So it sounds kind of like Clue. You can see the list of suspects at the bottom of the screen. Select a small character card to see a bigger version above. Each psychic has his own set to collect. The memory of the ghost is hazy, and psychics need to help him narrow down the possibilities first. In 2 to 3 player mode, psychic players control 2 characters. Don't forget to choose suspects as both of them. You'll pick those two cards. The visions are abstract, includes the ghost, and very small details. Select small cards to see the version on the left. The ghost consists of 7 cards, 2 psychic per turn, so make your idea more clear. On the table above, you can see the ghost gave the psychics 3 cards. One has a warning audience, another shows buttons, and the last one shows a ball yarn. Most likely the ghost is pointing at the because she has not seen any ball yarn on her portrait. Sometimes the ghost is between a lot less point, so you have to understand how they think. The ghost can send cards only once per turn. Once you receive your cards, it's time to guess. When you're ready to select 2 times, all psychic choices are displayed as colored words on the small character cards. When the last psychic sees cards from the ghost time starts, after this you have 2 minutes to make choices. You don't make a decision on time and or choose a suspect for you. You can change your choice on timer and just select the suspect and use the choose button again. After all the psychics have made their choice, you can simply timer. Hold the box open to the timer and you hold the psychic turn. You will move to the next step faster. After you guess the suspect, do the same for the location and the murder. The sooner you guess, the more time wasting your turn. The more time wasting your turn, the more cards you will see in the last phase of the game. So let's try story mode. I believe this is single player. Alright, here we go. Scotland, a cold September night in 1921. The police have just discovered a new body in a small town in Warwick County. The latest in an ever-increasing number of bodies found. Despite the authorities' best efforts, the fear felt throughout the townspeople continued to grow. The bodies kept piling up as the weeks went on and the police weren't getting anywhere. The arrest of a chimney sweep caught red-handed at the scene of the crime made little difference. He claimed to have no memory of the murder he had just committed. He was charged with each of the murders and thrown in prison. The town was relieved, thinking they could rest easy. Still, the murders continued. A few weeks later, a waitress was arrested for stabbing a young local journalist with a butcher knife. He barely survived, and the waitress went to prison. Like the chimney sweep, she asserted that she didn't remember a thing. After meeting with them, the parish priest concluded that they had been possessed by evil spirits. It was then that Conrad McDowell, a distinguished psychic from the region, came to settle in the local manor he had recently inherited. Horrified by the recent events, he decided to conduct his own investigation, convinced that the supernatural was the key to the mystery. Given the complexity of this case, he called on his fellow psychics Alphonse de Belcourt, Alma Salvador, Madame Wang, Arthur, and Jessalyn Smith to help him. As their journey would take several weeks, Conrad decided to meet with the young journalist Nathan Crowley. He claimed to have heard the voices of the dead since the stabbing, which led to him being committed to a mental hospital, or led to him being committed to a mental institution. Conrad was the only one left who believed the young Irishman and used his influence to free Crowley from the institution. He detected psychic elements within Nathan and wanted to take him under his wing to help him conduct the investigation of this troubling series of murders. Quite the introduction. That's very detailed. Alright, you're new to this, but you're going to be fine. So I'm guessing we're Nathan, the young Irishman. Just trust your gut. Don't be afraid of what might happen. It's not that I'm afraid, sir. New things could scare me. A few things could scare me after the short time I spent in the asylum. I'm quite happy to know I'm not crazy, but I still don't understand how this works. I really like the art. This is really cool looking. Let's see. We will attempt to come into contact with the ghost of the deceased Mr. Reimer. We'll see where that leads us. Nothing special, really. I have a vision! Let's crack this case. Our goal is to help the ghost find his killer by guessing the correct suspect, location, and weapon. This is my icon. We're totally Nathan. The ghost will send you vision cards to vaguely hint at who the killer is. Select the small vision card to see a bigger version on the left. Alright, so we've got a list of suspects. Select the suspect to see a bigger version. Alright, so we've got a teacher, it looks like. Note that each psychic has their own suspect. The ghost's memory is unclear, so you need to help them narrow down the list of suspects first. This vision card has a blade on it. Maybe the ghost is hinting at something connected to knives or razors. Find a suspect who relates to the image. When you're ready, hit the choose button under the suspect. Okay, so we've got blades, cutting utensils, weapons. We've got a teacher. She's got a ruler. She's got pens, paper. We've got a barber, scissors, a razor. We've got a nun with a rosary, a journal, and we have a magician who's got cards, gloves, and a wand. Going off of what they said here, it looks like the barber would be the better choice. This is a bird. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be, but let's choose him. You only have 2 minutes to make your choice after the ghost gives the vision cards to all psychics. Use your time wisely. All psychics made a choice. Are you ready to proceed? Yes. These are the results of the guesses. Icons on the green track represent psychics who have guessed correctly and move to the next section. Icons on the red represent psychics who have guessed wrong and will need to guess again. Woo! We guessed correctly. Cool. 6 hours left. Great guess, my friend. Now guess the location where the murder took place. We have a vision. If you want to see a very small detail, hold on top. Okay, so we've got some kind of animal, a dragon, a moon, tower, statue, statue though. So we've got a kitchen, we've got some kind of music corner, a garage, and it looks like potentially some kind of religious area. So this could be like, look, there's a statue that's kind of gloomy, but there's also this kind of catty statue as well with this. I think I'm gonna guess this. And we'll see. Oh, we got it right! Cool. This is actually a little harder than I expected. 5 hours left. And now we're guessing the murder weapon. We have a vision. Let's see, we've got some dogs. We've got a guy holding a jewel. Running from a guy with a big sword. And water coming out of a painting. This is very surreal. I actually really like it. It reminds me of Page Master. So we've got an injection, a syringe device, a dumbbell, an iron, and a razor. So the only weapon really in here that would match any of that is this sword. So let's go with the razor. Plus that fits with the barber that we saw earlier. So the events are reconstructed. Okay, cool. So both people did it, I guess? Now that you've narrowed down the list of possibilities with your fellow psychics, it's time to find out the circumstances of the murder that took place. One of these combinations tells the true story of the murder. The ghost gives you 3 hints. Each card represents a suspect, a location, or a weapon. Choose wisely. You only have 1 try to guess correctly. Select the culprit you think is right, and then use the choose button. The vote is secret. You will not be able to chat during this phase. So we got cat imagery with a boat. We've got dude with a sword. We've got more blades. I'm gonna go with mine. Because, like, that's the one that I chose. And we are correct! Sweet. Officially correct. Use the close case button to return to the mission select screen. Okay. Nathan Crowley's journal, September 1921. That was quite a disturbing night. With Mr. McDowell, we established a link with the spirit of the deceased Mr. Reimer. The murder of this local nobleman had remained unsolved by the police, but we were able to discover the culprit thanks to the spirit. It was the town barber, Mr. Boyd, aka Sweeney Todd. Like the others, he has no memory of the night of the crime. Perhaps we can solve this mystery by questioning the spirits of other victims. Nathan Crowley's journal, September 1921. Today, Mr. McDowell and I went to the train station to meet Mr. Alphonse de Belcourt. The 2 men are longtime friends, and his help will be invaluable in solving this case. Mr. de Belcourt is a famous numerologist and French aristocrat whose fame extends beyond borders. The death of his brother during the Great War devastated him, which led him to seek comfort in his mathematics research. He discovered that numbers have remarkable properties for those who can decipher them. His abilities and presence are impressive. I look forward to seeing his mastery of numbers in action during the next seance. Alright, we're on our second mission. Let's see what happens. Conrad maintains that you are a promising psychic. Tonight, we will continue your training. It's a great honor to work with you both. Glad you realize how lucky you are. Without further ado, let's begin. I maintain this graphic style is really, really neat. I am enjoying it quite a lot. We have a vision. This case is quite difficult. To help the ghost, you must earn clairvoyancy points. The more clairvoyancy points you have, the more vision cards you will get. Earn clairvoyancy points by finishing the case quickly or by voting on other players' votes. This icon means that the psychic has chosen their card. Select their icon to see their choice and their vision cards. Drag the green token to the psychic's icon if you agree with their choice, or the red one if you don't. When you guess right, you get 1 clairvoyancy point. Okay, so we've got a bell with some kind of beach scene and a photo. Don't forget to choose your own subject before the turn ends. Select your icon and... Oh, here we go. We've got a robot and a woman on a bridge with luggage. Woman with mechanics. Dude with bagpipes, music stuff. A sculptor, the barber, and a needle woman. So, machines and a woman. Two minutes is quite a short amount of time to choose your own. And then also choose other people's. You didn't guess correctly. Try guessing again this turn. The more clairvoyancy points you earn, the more vision cards you will get in the last phase of the game. All clairvoyancy tokens replenish at the start of turn 4. Okay, who am I? We got a man riding in the snow with a fishing pole. There's a lot of water here. a lot of water. So we would probably choose this. We got flowers, geometric flower. There is not enough time here to like vote on other people's. Alright, I received a vision of a hat in a kitchen. It's a hat in a kitchen on the floor, but there's silverware. Okay, we got some clairvoyancy points. Okay, make sure to vote with your clairvoyancy tokens. I'm trying, but it's not letting me. So we got our visions right that time. You had to click on the clock. Suspect lineup. We have a vision. We've got a dude flying through the air on a bike with balloons. We've got floating rocks in a river. There's a lot of rope there. Chimney sweep. Guy. Rope house. I guess I'll vote this one. Okay, so we guessed the right one based on that. The process of this, I feel, definitely takes a little getting used to. Dating Crowley's Journal, September 1921. How wrong I was thinking Mr. de Belcourt was a cold and arrogant man. He is flawlessly focused and of remarkable intelligence. Thanks to his psychic gifts, we solved this case. It was Mr. Millen, the bagpipe player, who murdered that poor stranger as he walked through the woods near the town. I still can't believe this sort of thinking is happening, or this sort of thing is happening here. Combining our efforts has at least allowed the victim's soul to rest in peace. Okay, yes, cool. Well, guys, I think that's all we have time for today. So please join me again for another episode of this soon. I've been having a good time playing this. The graphics are beautiful, and the game is very interesting. I still don't think I have a really good handle on it, but I would like to keep playing. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this game.